orange chicken. It's what's for dinner tonight. It's Thursday night, and tonight we're having orange chicken. We got our saucepan sitting here on the oven getting started. This is quick and easy. We're going to take about 1 cup of orange marmalade. I just got the Walmart brand. Yes, Tori's in the background washing dishes. Now, I say about 1 cup. Have you known me to measure anything?
Sorry.
And this is just a sauce that we're making right now, so we're just gonna use all. We're gonna use all. I mean, I'm not gonna use it anything else anyway, so let's just go with it. All right. So this is the 18-ounce jar that's decidedly more than a cup, but it's all right. I've got this on about medium heat. So then we're supposed to take a cup of barbecue sauce. Again, whatever kind of barbecue sauce you floats your boat, that's what you can use. All right. There's 18 ounces in here, and there's 18 ounces in here. It seems to me like it was just meant to be that way. Then it calls for about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, but I've used about twice as much of the other, so we're gonna kind of eyeball it. All right, now we got this sauce going. Turn it on at a medium-low heat, and let's get started on that chicken. All right, so I have already got the chicken diced up here, ready to go. All right, so we're gonna take 2 eggs. Dolly's talking to us. Ooh, I heard that shell hit the floor, and I want my sweet Dolly to eat an eggshell. All right, so unless you're new here, you know that I don't touch raw meat. Just especially not chicken. Oh my gosh, not chicken. No, I can't do that. But we still got to bread this chicken, so you know, here we go. So we've got some flour in here. I forgot to put some salt and pepper in it real quick, so let's do that. Just get some seasoning in here. Mix it up a little bit. All right, the easiest way to do this is to use 1 hand in the wet and 1 hand in the dry, okay? So we're going to take the chicken, and I use thighs. You can use whatever chicken you prefer, all right? Now we're gonna. You would never know I used to work at KFC, would you? I was a cashier. I was not a cook. There it is. We're just gonna put those breaded pieces of chicken on that plate. I needed 1 more egg, so Tori's gonna do that. Because I have a little more chicken than the recipe calls for. I also have more sauce than the recipe calls for. I'm gonna tell you a little trick about. It's okay.
All of it?
Yeah, just dump it and just. Thank you. You got a bit of shell in there.
No, I didn't.
Yes, we did.
Where?
All right. There. I say I'm gonna teach you a little trick about breading chicken. You notice I'm not really worrying about all this extra flour I'm getting in here. I just want to make sure. Just sit it over there. I just need to make sure that the pieces are fully breaded. If your flour starts to get too wet, it'll be a little bit gummy and it won't stick. Tori, come here. And it won't stick to your chicken anymore. So if that starts to happen, you just need to add a little bit more flour to it.
It's so cool.
Tori, get some more flour, please. Now I'm going to show you the little fried chicken hack, okay? I don't have a wire colander. All I have, this is what I have that has the smallest holes in it. And that's what you need, all right? Let's kind of, we're going to aim toward the trash can that I have right here. Now we'll take the flour The peas are done. I'm going to take that flour and just dump it in here because there may still be some chicken in there. Look, I found more chicken. Okay, now I'm going to take what's on this plate and we're going to do the same thing here. We just want to get that excess flour off of here, because if it's got too much flour, it's going to be gummy when you go to fry it, and you do not want that. I'm only able to touch this now because it's covered in flour, okay? See how it's created these little balls in here? That's what happens when that flour gets wet and starts sticking together. And you don't want your chicken to taste like flour, all right? You just want to get as much of that loose flour off of there as you can. All right, so I got the chicken all breaded. We're back to the stove. That sauce is nice and saucy now and not thick. So we're just going to move that over. We're going to throw just a little bit of olive oil down here at the bottom and let that heat up. All right, let's talk about testing our oil in our pan. Now, I don't have a lot of oil in here. We're not like deep frying this, okay? But still, if you get just a little bit of flour and throw it in that pan, it should start sizzling. And if it doesn't, then it's not ready. You don't ever want to put, especially breaded meat in a pan where the oil is not ready, because all it is going to do is, one, it's going to make that breading soggy, and two, it's just going to soak up the oil, and if you don't want that. All right, so that pan is right at ready, and I'm just going to, there we go, start putting that in there. I can put a few pieces in at a time. We just don't want to dump it yet. So let's go ahead and get some around in here and start working it. You don't want that grease splashing back up on you, and if you just pour it in here, it's going to do that. So now that we've got some of it frying, we can go ahead and, all right. Here's another trick to find chicken. Don't turn it too soon, okay? If it is still sticking to the pan, it is not ready to turn. Some of it is and some of it isn't. So I'm going to give this just a couple more minutes, all right? Now, again, this is just how I'm doing it. If you want to deep fry yours, by all means, go ahead and do that. If you want to bake in the oven, do that. Just be absolutely sure that every piece is cooked through. I am not putting a lid on this. If you put a lid on it, it's going to create steam. Yes, it'll keep the grease from popping up out of the pan, but it's going to create steam, and you don't want that. So steam will help chicken cook, but it will prevent you from getting that crunch and that crisp around each piece that you want. All right, I believe we're done here. I've got a plate prepared with a paper towel on it. We're just going to transfer this right onto here. All right, let's start with some rice. I do not eat a whole lot, remember. And then some chicken. Yes, I'm using a ladle. This yummy, yummy orange sauce. And we're even going to get a little bit of mixed vegetables. Just like that, dinner's done. So we just finished eating, and I'm going to do something a little different tonight. I'm going to give a little commentary, I guess. It was good. Dinner was really, really good. However, I'm that lazy cook, remember? This was a lot of work tonight. It was phenomenal. Essentially, I made homemade chicken nuggets, right? And they were really, really good. But I won't do that again. If I make this again, and I will make this again because it was good, I'll just buy pre-made chicken nuggets. I'm just saying, Tyson does it better than me.